Welcome to the Beezies.
I'm Abby.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Remember the college days when you were best friends with your roommates?
We would come home and talk about anything and everything together.
We miss this space so much that we decided we needed this quality roommate time again.
So welcome to the Beezies. Come over and get cozy with your new favorite roommates.
Welcome back.
Right. Hello.
Welcome.
This is now officially the first episode we are recording in 2024.
2020. Yes.
If we could just tell you all the technical difficulties we've experienced. First of all, my phone is our enemy because it just didn't record video for 2 of the episodes that we have recorded. And then we had the audio issues. So basically, we're just girls trying to exist in the world.
I have been humbled by that because I was like, I will never have technical difficulties on my end. No, I did. It was my fault.
There it is. The tea is out. It's Abby's fault.
I've been humbled, and I hope that I can do better this time.
You know what, though? I was thinking after we recorded last week, and who knows, maybe it'll be the same thing after we record this episode. But I was like, man, I kind of wish I didn't say that, like with the questions we answered. But who knows? Maybe I'll feel the same way after recording this. So you guys are just getting real, raw, vulnerable us.
Oh, yeah.
After like the hot ones questions.
Now's your chance
guys,
to get a do-over.
Mm-hmm. Today I had an interview for a job.
Oh,
and then,
for the summer?
And it's my number one, it's my number one choice. And it was scary and hard, honestly. Like it's a screener interview, and everyone was like, "Oh, those are just vibe checks. Like they just want to make sure that you're normal."
Like,
and I had
rough.
messaged all these people I knew that worked there, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just vibe checks." But she like grilled me on my resume and was like, "You did this, blah 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 blah, like example of this, example of that, example." And I was like, "This is like a real interview. Like this is not screener vibes." And then she left 15 minutes for me to ask questions, which I did. I had good questions, but I was like, dang, girl, like that was not really screener vibes. That was real vibes. So I'm scared.
That's wild.
And then I got my grades back.
And
I did not. I got, so it's like A plus, A minus, A, B plus, B minus, whatever. So I got an A minus in torts, which is insane because I did not know what torts was. And then I got freaking B pluses in contracts and Civ Pro. With like those are good, like those are fine. Like I'm technically, I think I'm above the median.
That's nice.
I wanted all A minuses. You
wanted all A's.
So
it's passed, and I think that's the biggest accomplishment we need to celebrate.
Yeah,
well, if
that
I had
is
like,
stressful.
All A's, like then like those jobs are like in the bag, literally. Like you just
do
get
those
the
jobs
job
care?
Yes.
Like, do you have to put your grades? Really?
Yeah, like I have to send them my grades right when I get them. Like they care about grades. It's crazy, and it's so much money on the line. Like I want to make money this summer.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Dang, that's so exciting though, that you have the interview and you got your grades and you didn't fail. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Not that I thought you would, because you're so smart. But
do you have more interviews for this job, or is it just the one?
It's just
like, is it kind of a rounds where you have to do like multiple different ones?
Like there'll be a follow up if they like decide to follow up with me.
Yeah.
That's so
I hope
crazy.
so. That's cool.
Yeah,
So
that's really exciting. But I feel you on the job interview, like nervousness, anxiety. Job interviews, like if I could go the rest of my life without having to do a job interview, I'd be fine. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
worst.
like, look at my resume, read my essay, like trust me on those.
Yeah.
Just look at them, and that's what it is.
Honestly. Oh, and like turn downs is literally the worst, because I also hate when they're trying to be so nice and being like, you did so great and like this is why you're amazing, but we have to go with someone else. And it's like, don't give me the fluff, just say what I suck at so I can get better.
Right. Like just be like, you're a dumb bitch.
Literally just say you suck.
Take you.
My favorite thing to do in interviews is to say like, oh, let me think about that for a second before I give an answer, because like sometimes it's like literal word vomit that just comes out. But then it's like awkward because I'm just like
You just have
sitting
moments
there
of
thinking,
silence.
Yeah.
and they're just staring at me. And I'm
You
like,
sit
let me
there
go
for
to my
like
thinking
5.
chamber.
Okay, what I hate though is when I have to think because I like literally have no thoughts or any
Yeah.
answers. Like I did an
Yeah.
interview a couple months ago and I like had one of those moments where I was like, oh, let me like think about that. And I felt like it was 10 minutes. It wasn't really, it was probably like a minute.
It
But I
feels
was
like it's,
oh my gosh, I need to answer this question or I'm going to look so bad. But it was
Yeah.
rough. Anyways,
I
interviewing
hate
sucks.
when they ask me, like, do you have any questions for us? And I'm always just like, no, like, no questions. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
nice
know.
if you came prepared, Jenny.
But that's like, I think worse. Like, I think they want people to ask questions. So I think it just looks worse
Yeah.
when you don't. But I can never think of a question in the moment. And I
Yeah.
never prepare myself for it.
Yeah.
And then after
Yeah.
the fact, I'm always like, why didn't I ask these questions?
Yeah, my go-to in that
I'm
is
dumb.
what are some of the competencies you're looking for this specific role? Because it sounds
Wow.
so smart,
That sounds
but then
so
I
Wow.
also
smart.
can judge if I feel like I fit that or not and
Yeah.
like psych myself out a little.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways.
If I can't think of questions, I'm just like, you explained it so well that like I have no questions.
Oh, I like that.
There we go. Boost
Nice.
their ego.
I always ask, like, what does like the day-to-day look
Yeah.
like for someone in my position?
You're like, how
Those
much
are
do you
great.
pay?
So how much money am I going to be making?
That's what I always thought people asked is like, what's my salary gonna be, or what's my hourly pay?
Yeah.
And I'm never somebody who wants to ask that. I'm just like, I will take anything you give me.
2 pennies? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, this is now a interview prep podcast, so hope you all enjoy it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're not getting any jobs
Dang.
if you listen to us.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We all have jobs, thank goodness. So there's some luck or some hope
Yeah,
for
some of it.
everybody.
I have no life updates, I don't think, except I'm trying to think about what we talked about. I think just like the new year and being excited
Yeah.
about it.
No, I don't think there was anything interesting that we talked, or at least that I can like remember. But my entire TikTok feed today and my brain has just been having the Golden Globes
Yep.
on repeat like
Yeah.
all day long, and I am infuriated, you guys. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Wait, can I?
Yeah.
So it's not related to that part of Golden Globes, but like, you know how like there's all this stuff about Kylie Jenner
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez?
Uh-huh.
I think one, I don't think it happened. I don't. So
No.
what's happening is
Did you see
that-
Selena's comment?
no.
I
what
was
did
gonna
she
say,
comment?
She commented
com-
on someone's TikTok and said, I literally was telling Taylor about 2 of my friends that hooked up. Like
Okay,
her
wait.
like verified thing came out and said
okay.
like, guys, there's
I
no
saw a
drama.
TikTok. Yeah,
I
I
love
saw
that.
a TikTok about that, and the person was saying this has been. It's like it's in like tweet format that somebody posted it. They're saying I have not seen any evidence of this comment yet, so I don't really believe that this happened, and someone might have just made it up and put it in a tweet. So I don't know if I trust that quite yet, but like it doesn't matter.
I wouldn't be surprised though if she did come out and was just like, get over it, guys. Like it's not actually something that big. Because I could see Selena.
That is
commenting on
very
something.
Selena. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
But
something crazy to say.
Yes, say it.
Okay.
Selena, what if? Because I think I like her. I
Yeah.
love her cooking show. I like her vibes sometimes. What if she's dating Benny Blanco? Because Benny Blanco is friends with people she doesn't like. Like, he's a
Yeah.
Scooter Braun guy. He's like produced for Justin Bieber. He hangs out with Justin Bieber. And like, she's dating him to get closer to Justin. And to like, and to just be sneaky, crazy girl. And also,
Wait,
I
I
could
love
totally see
this.
her asking Timothy for a photo. Because, like, when would you ever have worn that before? And just kind of doing it to be like, look, like, this is going to cause news of, like, oh, it was with Kylie Jenner's boyfriend who's friends with Hailey. That's my crazy take.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. See, those are the kind of theories I love because it's good and calculated.
Well, like in the past year or two, like Selena has liked photos on Instagram from like Jelena fan accounts. Like
Yes.
What?
she
Yes.
is
That's
like
iconic.
a little obsessed,
I mean,
I think.
I'm also obsessed with Jelena, so I don't blame her.
That's hilarious.
Dang. Yeah, the other thing from, sorry, I don't know if we want to move on from that, but the other thing from the Golden Globes, besides all the controversy of like the host being the worst, that I've been obsessed with is Jennifer Lawrence. I love her.
She's hilarious.
She's so funny.
Oh,
but
was she
also,
there?
Yeah. I'll send you this reel of just like everything of her clips from the night, but she like quoted part of like the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finale, and it was so funny. And I don't know, I've just been obsessed with her ever since she did promo for No Hard Feelings. So she's my current love.
Yeah. I think she genuinely needs to be like more of a comedian, because it is like people like her that I actually find funny.
Yeah.
And like she does comedy like movies. Like she is a comedian in ways, but she doesn't do like stand up, and I think that would be so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like
she's funny.
What the main thing I saw from her was she was saying, if I don't win tonight, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And like I'm going to walk out of that room.
I did see that.
That's how I'd be if I were a celebrity.
Yeah.
The best part was she mouthed it to the cameras when they were announcing the nominees. She looked right in the camera and she said, and she mouthed, if I don't win, I'm walking right out that door.
I love it.
And then she cheered for Emma, and it was like wonderful. But
also, I didn't realize, so do you guys know who Jackie Schimmel is? She's a podcaster. The Bitch Bible is her podcast. I've been listening to it recently, and she's so funny. But she is good friends with Jennifer Lawrence and with Emma Stone. And I guess they're like all friends, like actual friends too. So that made it even better that like her excitement for Emma winning was just so genuine.
Oh,
it's like,
that's cute.
they're like actually good friends. So
yeah.
anyways.
That's so fun.
Emma Stone seems like a very genuine, normal person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Scottsdale.
I heard that recently that she was from Arizona because she was talking about the Eras tour and how it's exciting to be back in Arizona where she grew up.
So
when I worked at the Arizona Capitol, one of the legislators was trying to pass a like memoriam type bill that was literally like honoring Emma Stone.
Oh, I love
what?
It was like one of the like Republican
so
guys.
I love that.
Pass, but it was
That's the legislation I
That's
want.
so funny.
Right?
That's what I'm voting for this
I love
year.
that.
That's hilarious.
Iconic,
That's hilarious.
honestly. Dang, I love that. Okay, should we get into these questions?
Yeah. Does someone
can
want
do
to
it.
explain the game that we're playing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Abby, you do it.
Me? Okay. I'm like, who? Me? Okay. All right. So last week on the episode that we had to skip due to technical difficulties, we played the Hot Ones game with I'm sorry, my brain is going blank right now. Truth or Dab is what it's called, and it was based off of the Hot Ones like eating the wings like YouTube series that we all love. So we picked a few questions from there and we just went around and we asked the questions, and that's what we're gonna do again today, because why not?
Yeah. I'd like to start with starting strong, which you guys can dab since we don't have hot sauce, maybe just like a dab, you know, if you don't want to answer. But one of the questions I remember that we got on our Instagram is, have you ever faked an orgasm?
And no.
Starting off
Editing
real
crickets.
juicy. Interesting.
Is that a unanimous
have you?
no?
Abby didn't answer.
I didn't answer?
Wait, did you say no?
She's like, I plead the
I
fifth.
think I have exaggerated before. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I could, exaggerated, yes. Faked,
But I
no.
feel like that's very similar in the line of faking.
That's funny.
I love
I
this.
can't think of a specific time, but I feel like there's definitely a time I did.
I'm almost opposite, where I'm like,
work for it.
I don't like to like make sounds or anything. So like it's really good. Like I'm not gonna like I would never exaggerate. I would like downplay if anything. But no, I don't fake. I'm like I will like show my disappointment if like nothing has happened for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that
mostly it's
so
like
funny.
for the sake of time. It's
Right.
just like,
It's like already, I got things to do.
right.
Let's hurry this up.
Right. Like, let's move this along.
That's iconic. I love that. Should we just go in age order to ask all the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll go next. Okay. Let's start some beef.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. Who here would you least want to vacation with?
Okay.
I don't know.
My initial thought, and maybe I shouldn't always go with that, but Jenny, simply because I think your style of vacation is different from mine. Like, I think you
Ooh.
want
I
to
was
be
thinking
doing
that.
more, whereas
That is
I
actually a very
am good
good
to
point.
like chill, relax, do the exact same thing every single day. And so, well, maybe like Kenzie, you would be kind of the same. Like, I think your styles are more similar. So that is why, gun to my head, picking someone. Sorry, Jenny, it's you.
No, that's what I was thinking. I feel like it would be like you
Yeah.
or Abby
Probably me.
because of that.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think of you guys like on vacations. But
Abby-
I feel like you're pretty adventurous. I think maybe also just because you have a kid, maybe it wouldn't be. I don't know.
She's like, I
Me?
really don't want to
yeah,
travel
like you
with
don't
Alice.
really toddler vacations not sound fun.
Abby and Brittany, would you consider yourselves city girls or like relax beach?
I love
Nature.
both. I really
Yeah.
love everything, and I feel like a good mix. Like I could do anything and be super super happy. I love going to Chicago. I love going to San Francisco. Those are the two like main cities I've been to other than like European cities. And then I also love just like a beach resort vacation doing nothing. I
Yeah.
love going to a cabin in the mountains and doing nothing. Like
Yeah, I don't like
I'm
it.
down for it all. But
Even when
mostly,
we went to Mallorca, I was like a week in Mallorca just on the beach. And I was like, that's
sounds
kind of boring.
wonderful. I mostly just have
Yeah.
to have the right expectations going into a trip to not be disappointed. So like if I know what it's going to be ahead of time, then I'm not
Yeah.
like, man, I wish this was something else. Like, you know.
I feel like I can adapt to either. I definitely am drawn more to like a beach vacation because that's like an actual vacation to me. Whereas like if I
Yeah.
like New York, for example, was exhausting.
It was
I would
work.
Yeah.
have rather gone longer to have more time in the days to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like a little like my favorite thing, for example, at Disneyland is when we get a meal and people watch for like 2 hours. Like I love sitting and doing nothing.
Uh-huh.
See,
And
I feel like I'm a
so-
bad person to go to Disneyland with because I hate doing things. I'd like to eat and sit at Disneyland.
Yeah, if I could just
Oh,
eat
yeah,
and sit at Disneyland the whole time, that's like ideal, honestly. But I do really
I'm a
love
bit active.
going to like a city for a trip. I just need recovery time after because I'm a tired girl.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah. I also think there's a difference between traveling and vacation. So if we're
Yeah.
specifically talking about
True.
vacation, that is like chill, relaxing, not have a ton of agenda, but really just like good vibes all around. And then traveling is like, let's
Yep.
get this done. Let's go to these places. Let's see it all. Let's do everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Kenzie, who do you not want to
So-
travel with? Was that our interview?
I know that was a really long answer.
She says me.
Abby honestly answered better than me, so it's fine. You can say you don't want to go.
No,
with me.
I agree with all of you. Like I think it's like I am more like a vacation to me is going to like a big city.
Yeah.
So like I guess if you choose nature over a city, I don't want to travel with you.
That's
The
fine.
reason I would actually say like not want to travel with someone in my opinion, is I like to spend more money and have a little bit more of a luxurious experience no matter what it is. So like I'm not the type of person who will like
you don't want to go with the broke
in
bitch.
a bed in a room for $12 like at a hostel or something. Like I think it's a good experience, and if I'm prepped for it I will do it, but I will choose like a really like I don't know. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be a ton of money. But I just mean like I like to stay in nicer places and stuff.
So is it actually Andrew you're not traveling with then? Because I feel like he would stay in a hostel for $12.
Well, we both would, and we both like, but we have our preferences, you
Got
know?
it. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
So,
I
and
feel
I
like
feel
that
like
means you will like never travel, Abby, because
that's not
it's
true.
so expensive to do that.
I've traveled so much.
No, I feel like that means you'll never.
But I will.
She just won't as often, but when she goes, she goes.
Like, I will still choose a more affordable option. I'm not choosing like a 5-star hotel with like butlers and.
You're not staying at the plaza?
I'm not staying at the fanciest place you can ever see. I'm just saying, like, if I had to choose between a Best Western and like a not Best Western. Like, I'm not choosing the Best Western, even though it's like the cheapest option there is, you know? Like, I'll spend a little bit more for a little bit better of an experience.
Yeah.
Than just be like, save the most money always.
I guess for me, in my head, like, luxury is like a Best Western versus like a hostel. I'm like, oh yeah, Best Western all the way. Like, that's luxury.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like so like out of touch, because obviously I have stayed in many places like that all the time. It's not a big deal, like whatever. I'm just saying, if I had to pick my choice, I will fight for a little bit more of a like nicer bed mattress, you know.
I don't want to like,
and so that's why you guys can say that you don't want to travel with me.
Well, I like when I traveled to New York by myself, like I made sure I paid like a little extra to stay in like a busier area, and like because I didn't want to be in a hostel, and so it was very expensive, but like that's what I was most comfortable with.
That's smart. I love it. Jenny, what's your question for us?
Okay. So what's something your significant other's parents probably dislike about you?
Oh.
That I'm liberal. I'm a registered Democrat.
That's hilarious.
Registered?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's so funny. This is a hard question.
No, I have to think about this.
That they think I can be racist towards white people. And I'm like, sorry.
I left the Mormon church. I can keep going.
She's like, they actually hate everything about me, so.
My in-laws have never expressed a dislike in me, so.
Andrew's parents don't seem like the type, but I also don't really know them. But I feel like the vibe doesn't give that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know if I could think of something.
Maybe they think I have too strong opinions every once in a while. I don't know. I really don't know. They like do not. I have no idea what they don't like about me.
Scott's dad is capable of disliking someone, if I'm being honest.
Aww.
He is the sweetest, perfect
person.
Man. I don't know. Sorry. Dab, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Share a time you stalked someone you liked. Have you guys ever stalked somebody that you liked?
I stalk you even if I don't like you. Like, if you are a person I've ever had an interaction with, like, I'm stalking you.
Okay, so here's another variation of this question is, I guess, who is the last person you stalked?
Oof.
Like, we can do social media stalking, because obviously I hope you guys are not stalking.
I mean, I
stalk myself every day.
You stalk yourself?
And you like yourself, hopefully. I used to drive by guys' houses that I liked all the time. Like, I honestly can't think of a guy that I liked.
I did real life stalking.
Yeah, like in high school or college that I did not drive by their house, which sounds very creepy, but
Yeah.
just the way it is. Who
No,
cares if it's 5
life.
miles out of the way?
It's just like a thing you do as a teenager.
Well,
It's fun.
and young adult.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I recently, like, I don't know, went on a rampage and like stalked literally every single person I knew from high school. It was like all my recent searches were like people from high school. And like the day that I did it, I actually ran into my best friend from high school at Ulta, and I showed her all my recent searches, and it was like literally everyone from high school.
Like, look at all these things I discovered about these people.
I was just like, well, what like careers everyone in? Is who's married? Because someone I know who's a year younger than me just had a baby, and like my initial thought was like, oh my God, I never thought she'd be like a teen mom. And I'm like, wait,
You're like,
she's 24. She's
actually the
not
same
a
age.
teen mom. So
Yeah.
Dang.
Feels
Yeah.
the same sometimes, I guess.
Stalking people is just so fun on the internet.
Yeah. The
Like, it's the best.
most recent person I stalked on social media was definitely JC Marie Smith. And you guys know I've been sending you guys the stuff about her pregnancy and IVF stuff. So maybe I'm a little ashamed about how many screenshots I have of dates.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
went
but
pretty deep on those.
I just
It was good, though.
needed to know the truth, and I was right. So
It was a little crazy.
I love that.
thank you.
This is a roast one, so we're gonna do a self roast. What are your
Wonderful.
best and your worst roommate qualities? Maybe just like one of each. I can start. I think one of my best is that I will cook or bake for you. There will be food or yummy things provided. And my worst is I really, really hate finishing cleaning. And so like Scott kind of gets mad sometimes because he'll go to like put something in the dishwasher and there's a bunch of clean dishes in there, or like the laundry, like I'll leave clothes in like the washer or dryer for a while. And like last night he like opened the dryer and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And there was like clothes in it. And I don't
Like,
think he realized
basically
I
you
left it,
do-
but ooh.
Yeah,
I just
like you do
half-ass
everything
it.
but the last step.
who
Yeah.
else would? Oh,
I kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think my worst quality is my ADHD. And my best quality is my ADHD because it either makes me the messiest person and chaotic, and I can't bother to clean anything or do anything. But then it also makes me the best cleaner when I get those bursts of energy where I'm like, oh, I'm focused. I'm going to clean the whole entire house. And then the whole house is spotless for like a day.
Yeah.
So, yep.
As a roommate to Jacob, I just hate when he's messy. I've come to a point I just hate messiness. I like clean, and so I become crazy. And I'm like, there are messes. I've decided that our future will be really good if we each have a bedroom, and like he can sleep in mine, but like all of his stuff is in another one, like his closet, like every single thing is in another one.
Ah.
That's so smart, honestly. Especially if you do have very different like clutter
Honestly,
habits, especially.
I kind of wish that was like a normal like thing for couples to do is like have their own rooms, because I think that sounds pretty fantabulous.
Totally.
I think I'm pretty like careless, and I don't even realize. Like I'll just like throw my clothes on the floor, and it's like, oh, I didn't even register that I did that. I'm just very messy. But something that's good about me is like sometimes I can have good vibes. So
Oh, I forgot.
Sometimes.
Like, you'll be happy.
If I'm in the mood, I can have good vibes.
What does that mean? Like you're fun to be around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only sometimes though.
Yeah. I have to be in the mood to like be a pleasant person.
Nice.
Kenzie, what's your
Kenzie, I
question?
think it's your turn.
Oh, okay. What is the worst thing you have ever seen at a wedding?
I have to go on
For
a
me,
lot of weddings.
And have you guys been to a lot of like non-religious weddings?
Some.
Yeah.
Abby, definitely.
Like,
not as a guest as much, but
are they obsessed with having sex as like
no
religious weddings?
No,
I
no,
hate any like mention of sex or when there's like
Mhm.
a lot of like grinding during like the garter retrieval, whatever that's called. Like I hate that. Or when like the DJ mentions like, "Oh, they're going to get busy tonight." I hate that.
No. Now I only see really like the people who are making those jokes are wedding party people, just like when they're hanging out and they're just like making funny jokes, but that's their friends, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
In other religious families, it's like the parents might make jokes
Ugh.
here and there, but
Ugh.
like not very often. And yeah, other than that, nobody talks about it. Nobody cares. And in fact, most couples are like, I'm so excited to go home and pass out. I'm
Yeah, I
so
was gonna
tired.
say,
Like
a
they're
lot
all
of people don't have sex on their wedding night. Non-religious
they're all
people.
too tired, too drunk. They've had sex before. They do not care. Like, you know.
I'm having a really hard time thinking.
I've been to a couple weddings where like just like no one is participating or like it's awkward. I remember I went to a wedding and there was like a bouquet toss and like no one was going to it. And I was like young.
Mhm.
So like I was like the only person like doing it. And I'm like, why are none of you like participating? And it's just so awkward. Also the whatever it's called, the like Garmin toss thing, that's gross.
Garter toss.
Garter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of like a horrible thing. I'll try and keep thinking as we talk, but my biggest pet peeve is very casual dress at weddings. Like,
oh yes,
if you show up in jeans and a t-shirt, I will ask you to leave.
Okay,
Not
so
respectfully.
I saw a TikTok about this. That is like a very Utah Mormon
Yes.
thing to show up in like casual clothes. Because I saw there was this TikTok that was like it was showing like a bunch of people's like outfits to a wedding and they were like making fun of it and I was like, what? That's like normal wedding attire. And I guess not.
Yeah, no, definitely not normal.
And it's really popular too, for, like sometimes if it's a more casual wedding or if people are like, see this a lot with like small town couples or people who are just not fancy in their normal life at all, will always change after the ceremony into jeans or something like the guys and will always be more comfortable during the reception.
I also think I see it like if someone gets married like really young, where so they have like they don't have a lot of money, so they have their reception in like the cultural hall. It's like it's already kind of like a low budget vibe, so everyone just kind of dresses up low budget.
Yeah. Ugh.
The most annoying thing at a wedding that I was at just a couple months ago was that I think the dad gave a toast that was like 10 minutes long.
Oh, no.
And we were all just like, oh my gosh, please stop. Just say thank you and move on. Like, please go away.
Yeah.
And then, oh, there was something else that just came to mind, but I can't remember anymore.
Maybe it'll come back to you.
I've just been hit on quite a good number of times as I'm working, and that also sticks with me. And, like by groomsmen, I'm just like, please leave me alone. Like I am here to do work. So that's always really annoying.
Yeah.
If you ever want to hit on me, please hit on me.
Like, I love the flirting a little bit. Like, you know, make me feel good about myself. But please, like, don't come near me and blow. Excuse me.
Andrew
Don't,
doesn't
like,
love it.
No, he really just gave me a face that he was unhappy with what I said. Don't like come up and like grab me and put your arm around me and give me a hug and like breathe your nasty alcohol smelling breath in my face.
No, thank you.
And they do that. And I'm like, no, thank you. Goodbye. So
yeah, the hugging is funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Has your significant other ever embarrassed you? What happened?
Every single day. Every single day.
Was this question targeted at Kenzie?
I didn't even think about it until right now.
Let me think of some examples because there's just so many that I can't narrow it down. So give me a second, but I'll get back to you.
Oh my God.
The only thing I can think of is, and this was kind of more like a me probably being dramatic thing, but there was this time that like during COVID, we were going to go on like a bike ride / walk is what I was told, with Scott's like family, some of his family and like the little nieces and stuff. And then I showed up and I was the only one without a bike. And Scott like started riding on his bike and I was like, I'm not going to walk next to you all. Like, you're on bikes, you're going to go a lot faster. Like, I will literally be so far behind you. And we weren't just going like somewhere short. Like, it was like a 2-mile endeavor. And so I was like pretty angry at him and made him like walk with me. But I was like embarrassed because I was like, I feel so stupid in this moment. And so that's it. But it was like, not like he didn't do it intentionally, and it was kind of like a miscommunication, so I don't really blame him for it. But that's literally the only thing I can think of in this moment. But I was just embarrassed.
Wow.
So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I get embarrassed when Andrew shares details with his parents, mostly his dad, about me, about our lives, whatever. Nothing crazy, but just out of the blue, like he'll tell them something, and I'm just like, okay, didn't really like
your
need my
guys' are
in-laws to know about that.
Like, are you meaning like personal things, or like, oh, we took Atlas to the store kind of things?
Like personal things.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, for example, and we talked about this, it's fine, but like, he told his dad like, oh, Abby started therapy, and I was like, what? Like, not that I'm like ashamed of it, obviously I talk about it on here, I tell everybody, like, it's fine, but like I didn't tell him that, and so then like now I'm embarrassed because he is like, why is she, like, she's going to therapy, and like they never know things about my life because I tell them. They know it because Andrew tells them, and I get embarrassed about that. And I'm like,
okay,
like, ask me a question.
You just need to beat him to the punch.
Yeah.
Abby and Brittany, I feel like a better question is like, and it's okay if you don't have an answer, but like, are there any icks or something that like Andrew or Scott give you?
That's not the same question, by the way. But
I feel like it is.
I just didn't take it in that way, but I could see how that is like also what the question's asking.
Does your significant embarrass you? That's not the same question. Whatever. Anyways,
like things that make you embarrassed because of them, not that they made you embarrassed.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Like, it's almost like you have secondhand embarrassment for
secondhand
something
embarrassment is probably better.
Okay, interesting.
This is ironic because I think we actually kind of talked about this the other night. But I think I'm not a great storyteller sometimes. So that's why this is ironic. But sometimes the way Scott tells stories, I just kind of want to be like, okay, get to the point.
Yes.
About
Yes.
Scott or about...
Not about Scott. Sorry. No.
I was like, I didn't realize it was that
Yes,
bad.
Scott.
Like, whoa. Didn't realize there was a problem.
No,
not
that's
about Scott.
I feel that way about Derek.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe that's just
And
a
also
universal
when
experience.
when Derek talks, like sometimes he comes off so like I don't know how to describe it. Like he comes off as a dick sometimes.
No, he
and
like
like
nonchalant.
yeah,
Kinda, I
he
see what you're saying. Like the
yeah,
nonchalantness.
like sometimes he'll just be like if someone will be like, "Hey, can you like grab me like a
I get
piece of
what you
pizza?"
mean.
And he'll be like, "Yeah." Like,
Yeah.
and it's almost like it comes off as if like you are inconveniencing
Yeah.
him.
Okay, I
like,
get what you mean.
That's so
and then
funny.
also Derek can't handle when there's silence. It makes him anxious.
Yep.
Really
And
can't.
so he'll like he's like scraping at the bottom of the barrel, like trying to come up with whatever he can so that there's not silence.
Yeah.
So he'll be with like his best friend from high school and me, like two people he doesn't have to be anxious around. And it'll be silent for 10 seconds. And Derek will just go, "Yeah, so Kenzie's wearing this brand new coat that she just bought today." And it's like, I don't know why that's so embarrassing to me, but I'm like,
Yeah.
stop. Like, why
It's
are you
okay.
hiding? Yeah.
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 That's so funny.
Oh, that's so funny.
I
Dang.
love that.
Jenny, what does
Yeah.
Jacob do?
I feel like his storytelling, will take so long sometimes. He hasn't done this a lot, but like, I feel like he kind of has like a quick temper. It's like when he gets like mad in public, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is disgusting, embarrassing. Like, don't ever show anger again.
Ooh, I'm kind of the same way with sorry, keep talking. I interrupted.
That's really it. And the fact that he can't swim is like funny. Like,
Oh my
that
gosh.
he drowns when we go on vacation.
Like, that's kind
Poor
of
guy.
giving me the ick.
That's so sad.
That's amazing.
Oh no.
What were you saying,
When
Kenzie?
Andrew doesn't shave his facial hair,
Ugh, so embarrassing.
No,
The worst.
And I say this especially now because he's trying to grow a mustache, and I'm just like, ugh, no. But whatever, it's his choice. But sometimes like it'll be a day. He's like, I don't want to shave today. Like, I think I'm just gonna not shave, and I'll be like, you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Okay. Like, he's like, I could, but I just like, what's the point? And I'm like,
You know,
pretty gross,
Abby,
but okay.
his body, his choice. You know what I mean?
I
So
know.
true.
I know.
I have a
That's so
question.
rude of me
There's-
to say.
Yeah. Kenzie?
I have a
That gives
question
me
for
the
you
ick.
guys. If you, let's say you're in the car on the way to a party, and during the car ride, you and your husband get into a fight. Do you need to resolve that fight before you step into that party and see all your friends, or are you okay with like kind of tabling it and going in kind of like, oh, everything's fine?
Table it.
That's how I
complicated.
am, but Derek is like, we need to solve this now. So he'll be like trying to solve the fight in
Yeah.
front of like friends at a party, and I'm
Oh,
like, oh my
no.
gosh, just table it. We're fine for
Yeah.
now.
I think for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I know you don't hate me. Like, I know we're not like having a world ending fight right now. And
Yeah.
sometimes I just need some time to cool down and also like come to my senses and just like think through what we're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
disagreeing about or something like, or in this hypothetical. So I would rather table it and come back to it when we're like not in those like heightened emotions.
Yeah. And for the most part, I feel like I can compartmentalize things really well. So I can, like, you would never know that something was wrong. I
yeah.
feel like I come across that way. Andrew, on
Ooh.
the other hand, it, like, changes his mood, I feel like. And then he gets, like, really sad and mopey. And
Yeah.
then I get more irritated because I'm like, stop being annoying and
Like,
just
get
have
over
fun.
it.
You're
Right.
making it worse. So then it becomes more of an issue. But I am all for tabling it.
I feel like we'll just fight in front of people. Like, we table it, and then we're like slightly like still working through it.
Yeah.
While we're
You're
at
just
a party.
passive towards each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it
So
gets
it's like
resolved.
a mix. That's good.
Nice.
I am comfortable fighting in front of Jenny and Jacob though, with
Yeah.
Derek.
Yeah,
I
guess
have-
that's it. Like, it's who I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. And there are certain settings, I think. Certain
Yeah.
people, certain places.
Hmm.
Okay, this is a really quick one, but we need to know the truth, guys.
Oh no.
Do you guys pee in the shower?
I've stopped.
No.
I've stopped because it is gross. And I feel like it's unsanitary.
Interesting.
Yes.
Do you clean your shower?
Yes, but
Okay.
but still, like, I don't clean it after every single use. So,
Having to clean a pee-pee shower sounds so gross.
and
Like,
also
clean your bathtub.
in my apartment, we have like something that like drips from our ceiling,
Yeah.
so it like makes the shower look more yellow. So it
It
already
looks
like
people pee.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so funny. Okay, yes, but I'm trying to not because of the sanitary side of it. If I am going to pee, it will be at the very beginning and I will wash my body, wash the floor, whatever after. But someone told me recently, maybe it was us having this conversation, I can't remember now, but that if you pee in the shower because like you're in warm water and stuff, it like conditions your brain to like pee or like have less bladder control when you're in like warm environments or like in water, and then it can cause issues as an older person. So that is why, because I'm scared of peeing my pants as an old lady. So I don't freaking care about sanitary reasons. I don't want to be
That's good.
peeing my pants.
That's good. That's a good reason.
Yeah, but I still do sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
I am peeing my pants all the time as a 25-year-old. I don't know how to
So
stop.
you have no hope.
But
Yeah.
the shower is the one place you can control it.
You should get
Yeah.
bladder Botox or it's something like that helps.
Ooh, I do need that.
It might not be in your bladder, but there's like
I
something that helps.
Would that have the opposite effect?
No, I'm saying that totally wrong. There's like an actual procedure that older people will get that like does something with your nerves that gives you more bladder control. But bladder Botox
interesting.
just sounds funnier.
Yeah, it does.
So-
I was really trying to think of the science behind that.
Yeah.
It's like Botox on your urethra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so painful.
That's so funny. Okay, should we do a round of rapid fire
Okay.
Yeah.
to end it out? I will begin. Okay. Yep. You've just pooped in a public restroom and realized there's no toilet paper. What do you do?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just dealing with it, and I'm pulling up my pants, and I'll change when I get home.
That's
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny. Oh, your butt would be so itchy.
Are there other
Depends.
stalls?
No,
Like if there's
Oh.
you don't have any toilet paper handy. I have my answer, but I want to hear. Airs.
if I'm wearing underwear, I'll use my underwear.
Yep.
Ooh,
That's what I
a
was
good idea.
thinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
And like throw it away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then
would
go
so much
commando for the
rather
rest
go
of the day.
commando for however long.
Totally.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
and like
smart.
here's my next thought, because I thought the same thing, is if that isn't enough, I'm losing my bra too. Like I don't care.
Oh,
I will
no,
lose.
your bra.
Well, here's
Those
the
are
thing.
expensive.
I don't care. I would like,
Okay.
I'm just thinking worst case scenario, you know, like the underwear doesn't do it. I'm just going to take that off too, do a little more cleaning, and then we're good to go.
Oh,
You
if I
could
don't wear
use, like-
underwear, I often
yeah.
go commando.
It's
So
That
probably
was my
better
other
to,
thought too.
like use the sink. Maybe not. I was gonna say
Oh,
use the
like a
sink as like a
bidet?
bidet.
Oh,
Yeah.
that feels so gross. But
If
like
it could work, I don't know.
all of this,
But especially
situation
if
is
you have
gross.
underwear, you could like use your underwear as a washcloth.
True. Dang.
I would usually. It depends on what kind of poop. I guess is it like a clean poop? Or
No.
is it like a not clean poop?
It's like a level 5
And-
on the scale of 10.
I think. Oh, okay. I would quickly try to put my pants on and then like run into another restroom.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's a different stall or maybe like go to the next restaurant or find another restroom so that I can wipe. Like I need to
You would
solve
get somewhere
that problem.
quick. I
Yes.
see that.
But
Oof.
and a lot of times too, that's when I use my handy dandy pads
Hand.
that I always
Oh.
have. No,
Oh.
like if I have
it's a good
pads
backup.
in my purse, then you'll just like put a pad on, go to the restroom or
Stick a
go find a
tampon
restroom
on.
in another
Yeah.
place, and then
Ooh.
there you go, problem solved.
That's so gross. All of this. But
Yeah,
I love it.
sorry.
Glad we're all good thinkers. Kenzie.
Okay, what's the most expensive thing you have bought your significant other?
I
He
bought
doesn't
I
let
bought
me
him so
buy
much
him
stuff
expensive
last year.
things.
probably like the most expensive gift I can think of is I got him two things. I think they were around the same price, like around $300 or $400 each. But I got him Suns tickets last year, and then I got him a new guitar.
Ooh.
Those are
Ooh.
good.
Jacob is such an expensive person. He always wants expensive things. I think last year we got him like Beats and a Switch, which I feel like is like $400 something altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Andrew doesn't let me buy him things or buy him expensive things, especially. So probably like shoes, like are like the most expensive thing, or yeah, because even the watch I got like really cheap. So I would say a couple pairs of his shoes are like pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I usually have to buy him those things too because he won't do it himself.
Yeah.
Derek always wants like the cheapest thing. Like
Yeah.
if it's like his like giant water bottle, he wants like the cheapest one from Amazon. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't want like the Hydro Flask or the Stanley. So I don't know.
That's okay.
I even offered to buy him an Apple Watch. And
Whoa.
he was like, no, I would never use it. And I'm like, okay.
He just didn't want you to
Wow,
spend the
but
money
then
on
it's
it.
a waste. If you buy it for him, then he has to use it because otherwise it's a waste.
I almost did, but he was like, I would never use it. It's a waste of money.
That's so funny.
So you're just going to let it sit on a desk then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Never touch it?
More money for me.
Right, there you go.
There you go.
All right, Jenny.
Okay. If the world was ending next week, what are the most insane things you do in those 7 days? I am tracking down. I don't know. I think I'm gonna I'm gonna
Bad
reach out to
Bunny.
all the people. Yeah, like I'm gonna find Bad Bunny, maybe people I've had like sex dreams about, and I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna ask Jacob. I'm gonna be like, can we do this in these last 7 days? And then I'm gonna be like, let's track down the people that we just kind of want to do that with.
Interesting. Okay. You're talking about specifically like sex stuff?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Because
okay.
like I would go to like stealing, but like, what's the point of stealing it in
Yeah.
if the world's ending?
You got to fulfill all your fantasies.
Yeah.
I would spin a globe and then wherever my finger lands, I would just go immediately to that place and kind of do it in like okay, let's figure it out. Where are we going to stay? Where like no plans sort of traveling and then do that every single day. And so you like travel to a new place
Ooh.
I like that.
every day.
Genius.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd want to travel to like Europe probably,
Yeah.
which is not like
I mean, like,
crazy, but
If you were going to
Insane.
If the world was going to end, I think I'd like to view the ending
yeah.
from like a really cool place too.
My only
So,
other thought
Europe.
though is like realistically, like I would just want to be with my family. So like I
Yeah.
also wouldn't want to like unless they all went with me. That's what I want to do. I
Yeah,
want to take all my
right.
family and go somewhere in Europe.
I suppose that's
Ooh, I
true
like
as
that
well.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. And I'd get pregnant just to,
Okay, I thought the same thing,
Just to-
Kenzie. I was like,
Okay.
I just want to get pregnant too.
just to like experience all the human things, like having a positive pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And
But if you only had 7 days,
Nope.
that's impossible.
Let us live in our Delulu, Abby.
But I love the thought. I love the thought.
also I would eat In-N-Out every single day for every
Ugh.
single meal.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
No
was
water,
craving
just
In-N-Out
Diet Coke.
today. Yeah, honestly.
I would eat so much.
And I would find Harry Styles and be like, okay, it's just me and you for 7 days. Like,
What do you want to do?
You would kidnap him.
Yeah, you kidnap him and trap him.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the Mercy movie.
I don't know that movie.
All right, Abby, finish us strong. What's the last question?
Okay, this is in the same vein, sort of. No, not really. I mean, kind of. If you woke up tomorrow as the opposite sex, what's the first thing you'd do?
Become a feminist.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I would want to like go on a run just to see what it feels like.
I was gonna say that. I want to go on a run. I want to like bench press something heavy, and I really want to. Well, I guess I wouldn't. If my body is still out there, I want to have sex with myself.
Oh,
consensually.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it would be very interesting to have sex as a man because it's just so easy for them. So
wait,
I think I'd like to experience that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said with a man, and I was like, Abby, you actually know what that's like.
No, I would as a man.
I would apply for jobs that I'm underqualified for.
Yeah, I'd go to work and ask for a raise.
Yeah.
There you go. And I need it right now.
Yeah, please give it to actually Brittany Lyle.
Yeah.
I love that. Dang. Well, this was fun.
Okay.
Loved it. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah. Guys, also before we go, I just want to say it's Mean Girls Week and I am so excited. So by the time this comes out, we'll have seen it.
Ariana's single
True.
will be out.
What?
That is
It comes out on Friday. It's called Yes and.
I didn't even know all that.
It's giving sweetener vibes. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
It's giving, I feel like Thank You Next.
Yes, that's actually what I meant.
Oh, Sweetener was my favorite.
I love Sweetener. It's so good. I'm going to go listen to it right now, actually.
But I'm excited for this week. I think it's going to be a good one.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
All the best vibes. Come back every Monday. Love you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.